It's almost the end, the finale of Happy Valley, meaning the last ever episode, given that this is the last ever season, is just around the corner, with the penultimate chapter airing this week. Lucky for us, it's a doozy. Tommy Lee Royce, James Norton, is a newly free man with a plan, but Sergeant Catherine Cawood, Sarah Lancashire, who is already facing family dynamics almost as messed up as a Greek tragedy, won't let him go easily. With Tommy on the loose, it's time to board up the doors and lock up the windows for Catherine and co. Good thing Mev. George Costigan is such a hospitable host. He invites Catherine, Claire, Saibvin Finneran, Neil, Con O'Neill, to stay until Tommy is caught. Of course, Ryan, Rice Khanna, too. Only he goes MIA for a moment after ditching Richard's, Derek Cradell, house, where his granddad momentarily left him with Rose, who is busy necking down glasses of white wine, to meet up with Darius Nezovic, Alex Sakarianu, who cancels at the very last minute. All that faff for nothing. Not only has Nev opened up his home, but he's even offered to pay for all their flights to Marbella for a little family holiday, while the police search for Tommy. Catherine shuts the idea down though, telling a heartbroken Claire that she wants nothing to do with her or Neil. Only she uses much harsher, meaner words. Fresh from their successful mission in helping free Tommy from prison, Matija, Jack Bandera, and Ivan Oliver Huntington feel they've earned a little treat, or at least Ivan does. After all, he was the one who had to suffer the brunt of Darius's wrath. Ivan wants to collect the backpack full of cash that they stole from Darius and hid in the woods. Matija isn't keen on the plan but has no choice but to go along with it. The two gangsters have other trouble heading their way. Ryan spotted them at the courthouse where they intentionally cause a fight to distract the security guards away from Tommy. On the way back from Leeds, Ryan and Richard even found themselves on the same train platform as Matija. Ryan managed to snap a picture of him, but not without Matija catching him in the act and shiftily shuffling away. It's a lucky thing that Catherine previously noted down the number plate of Matija and Ivan's little Honda when they were loitering around Joseph's flat. Tommy is free as a bird, and while his Spider-Man skills climbing out of that defendant booth in court were surely impressive, he had help in organizing his prison break from Darius, who picks Tommy up from the side of the road in the countryside. The pair of criminals are friendlier than one might have thought, with Darius even bringing along some whiskey for Tommy to celebrate with. How thoughtful. I guess Tommy covering for Darius with the police in the Gary murder has earned him a new pal, and a powerful one at that. Explaining that the police are sniffing about his house thanks to Danielle's murder in Elland, Darius tells Tommy that he'll be staying elsewhere until Monday. What's happening Monday, you may ask? Well, it turns out those Spanish lessons Tommy was taking in prison haven't been for nothing. Darius has passports ready for Tommy and one for the boy. The plan is to go through Dover hidden in a van that will drive to Brussels. From there, Tommy and Ryan will fly to Malaga and travel on to Marbella, where a man named Philippe will sort them out with everything they want: job, house, car. There's just one thing though. Tommy has unfinished business he's determined to finish before starting his new life in Spain. You already know what it is: killing Catherine. Darius tries to talk Tommy out of it. After all, killing a policewoman is certainly going to make it harder to disappear. But he is adamant. Getting even with this **** is as important to me as getting to Marbella, says Tommy. Darius knows Tommy won't be swayed on the matter but maintains that he won't be supplying Tommy with any guns. At least there's that, I suppose. While Darius painted a pretty picture of Tommy's temporary digs, gaming console, booze, tobacco, anything he wants, the reality is far grimmer, with a stained mattress and dirty digs awaiting him. Admittedly, though, there is the gaming console, booze, and tobacco that was promised. Tommy has traded a cellmate for an elderly man who seems to be the one person unafraid of him, no matter how much Tommy lowers. Rayan is due a reality check and Anne, Charlie Murphy, is more than happy to give it to him. Ryan shows up at Anne and Daniel's, Carl Davies' house asking if he can live with them given that Catherine won't want him home since he continued to see his dad. Anne, traumatized by the news that Tommy is back on the streets, tells Ryan exactly how she feels about him going to see Tommy in prison, and where he can shove his lodging request.